Hey everyone, welcome to the show. So as you may have heard, the Justice Department called out the judge handling the special master issue related to the investigation into Donald Trump and the classified documents that he's accused of stealing from the government. They explained to her why they can't continue on with just a portion of the investigation well under restrictions regarding the seized documents. And they schooled her on the dangers of suspending this investigation, given that Trump is said to have stolen nuclear weapon information and how, our adversaries might be a little interested in some of this. And the DOJ also kind of threw her a lifeline to try to help her save her damaged reputation. They're like, help me help you. And they asked her to reverse course in regard to approximately 100 of the most sensitive documents. If she refuses to allow for that carve out, the DOJ said to her that we're going to appeal your ruling. Then today, Trump's attorneys filed a response, and basically they walked right up to the line of lying for him without actually crossing it. Trump's attorney stated that the government hasn't proven that the documents are classified. And they talked about how a US president has the authority to declassify documents. But then they also didn't say anywhere in this document, as they haven't said in anything else, that Trump actually declassified the documents. They also claim that there's no evidence that the, quote, purported classified records were disclosed to anyone. Really? I mean, that's kind of what the investigation is for. So when you hold up the investigation, how are they supposed to prove whether or not they were shared with anyone? This is insanity. This is like one of us walking into a bank, stealing money, and then when the police come to question us, we admit to taking the money, but we say, prove that that money belongs to the bank and not to me. Okay, you were in the bank, the money is in your home, and you admit to taking it. What? And remember, based on the laws cited in the affidavit and the warrant that was used to get this search completed at Mar-a-Lago, it doesn't matter if the documents were classified or not. They do not belong to Trump. He had no right to remove them from their government locations. That in and of itself is a crime. But clearly, given the types of documents he purportedly had, his attorneys are just trying to gaslight his supporters. They're just trying to get them to believe that Trump declassified these documents without having to produce a shred of evidence to prove it. I mean, now would be the time, right? If you have evidence to show that Trump declassified these highly sensitive documents, where is it? Why is it not in any of their filings in court? This is what they do because they know his base isn't going to bother to do any research of their own. So for Trump, this is all about winning the messaging war. This is all about optics. He knows that if he can just throw this out that, maybe they were declassified without actually having to prove it, he can confuse his voters enough and just insinuate that the documents were declassified. So he can keep them outraged. He can keep them thinking that the government is taking this way too far. This is overreach. They're, just a deep state out to get him. And so they're going to remain outraged. They're going to be willing to take violent action on his behalf. It's sick. And the sickest part about this is that his attorneys are going along with it. They obviously know that he didn't declassify these documents. Otherwise, like I said, they would just say so explicitly. The fact that they're hedging their bets and they're playing this game tells you that his attorneys know what the truth is, and they don't want to be sanctioned. They don't want to get in trouble with the courts, violate any rules as attorneys, as licensed attorneys, like Rudy Giuliani and Sidney Powell have done. Anyway, guys, when I hear more, I'll let you know. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Take care, and I'll talk with you soon.